What's up, guys? AnxiousJ here, coming at you with episode 2 of my Miami Marlins franchise series. Now, if I'm going to be honest, this is actually my third playthrough of this game. My first one, I had my recording software corrupt, so I had to restart the sim all over again, but I tried to do everything the same. It happened a second time, and my recording software corrupted, and that time I was probably through the middle of the year. And then for the third time yesterday, I actually got through until about episode 5, and I was in the off season, and my game crashed and didn't save. So now, excuse me if you can hear that in the background, they're doing some work outside. Now I'm in my going to be last iteration because I'm going to be saving like a madman now. Yeah, just wanted to let you guys know, be upfront and honest with you. This is not the same player save, but there's no transactions except for the Brian Johnson waiver claim, and that has not been made. If he does get put on waivers, I will pick him up. Now, speaking of waivers, I went ahead and put a claim on Brad Peacock. As a Houston Astros fan, I love this guy. He's good out of the bullpen. He's good out of anywhere. He's an awesome guy to have, and I think he could be a great guy to eat a lot of innings. He has 5 decent pitches with one borderline plus, or 4 decent pitches with a borderline plus pitch. He has great stuff and great movement. Control really isn't my issue. And if anything, he could be a bargaining chip towards the end of the year. Now, I want to go ahead and look at, where is it? Nope. It is right here. All the trades I've made. You see that I've made 5 trades this year. My biggest one being, arguably, this one was a big one. Because I got rid of Braxton Garrett. He's regressing. He's never going to have the stuff to be considered a power pitcher or a pitcher of some sort worth anything, really, in my opinion. I mean, he's going to develop the pitches. He should develop the movement and control, but I just don't think that he's going to be someone worth keeping around. And then I got rid of Starlin Castro to get rid of a lot of cap space. Now, he's doing all right in Houston. That's not really my concern. What my concern is that $10 million a year. So we traded him for J.D. Davis. They're going to be everyday third baseman for the time being. And Colin McHugh. Now, you'll also notice that Colin is no longer on our team. That's fine. I wanted to just get cap away, and I did that. Now, this one is my biggest trade so far. If you look, I have the number 7 prospect in Walker Buehler, which he's been doing all right for us. He was up to a 10 ERA. I sent him back down. Now, since being back up, he's been doing awesome for us. Brock Stewart was just another throw-in piece, and Brian Schlittler was another throw-in piece, because I wanted Walker Buehler, but I also wanted to get my worth of stuff. I did have to give up a prospect for him, but I also gave up Colin McHugh, which he is doing all right in LA. Jorge Guzman, which was a guy who I didn't care about. Monty Harrison, which was apparently one of my best prospects, but he really, well, looking at it now, I see why he's one of my best prospects, but he didn't have that stuff. Odrisamar Despain and Jose Urena. Now, you guys will know that I loved Jose Urena, but I didn't like the fact that he was a fly ball pitcher, and I didn't like the fact that he didn't, well, especially with a sinker, he was a fly ball pitcher. I do not like fly ball pitchers. I like building around finesse and ground ball, particularly extreme ground ball. Those are my favorite types of pitchers because they get lots of ground outs, and it's typically safer. Now, this one's also a big trade. I picked up Dansby Swanson, Preston Tucker, and Travis Demerite, whatever you want to call him. The reason I picked up this guy is because he looks like he's going to be pretty good as just an everyday, just big old bopper. He's got some decent power. He's got eye and discipline. He's not going to avoid strikeouts, but he's going to have some decent power and some decent contact to go along with that power. And he's going to be a guy that I don't mind putting at second base. I got Preston Tucker just as a little fill-in guy. I mean, he's got power. Right now, he's batting all right for us. He's hit a couple home runs. Not the greatest guy in the world, but the guy who I wanted to build up around was Dansby Swanson. He's still developing. If we can get that contact to tick up, he will be fantastic for us. If we can get that avoid Ks to tick up, he'll be all right. And I'm not a big... I don't care if he hits for home runs. I want him to get on base. He's also seen as a leader in the dugout. I really want the best for Dansby. I'm a huge fan of him in real life. And yeah, he's a great guy. But if you also look, I got rid of Derek Dietrich. Not really my biggest concern of getting rid of him. His arbitration was going to get expensive really fast. Yeah. I also got rid of Jose Devers. This is my big prospect, but with the contact rating that he had, I just was not fond of him. Trevor Rogers was also another good prospect that I had, which he's a guy that I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss dearly, but that's if he develops. I also got rid of Kyle Barraclough because he kind of was struggling for me at the beginning of the year, I believe. No, he wasn't. Actually, yeah, he kind of was. Yeah. Okay, yeah, he was. He had a 9 ERA and 2 innings pitched. And in every single save that I've played with him, he's gone to crap after the first year. And the last guy I got rid of was Brad Ziegler, which he's a good pitcher, absolutely. Extreme ground ball. He's the type of guy that I would love to have on a team. But the thing about him is he's making $9 million. And those are $9 million that I would like to have in my pocket. The next trade that I made was with Washington. And it was just getting rid of this, our other shortstop, because we have Dansby Swanson now. And it was to get Howie Kendrick, a leader in the clubhouse, an average guy, and someone who I think is going to do well here. And this relief pitcher, just kind of a stand-in guy. I thought I saw some decent development could happen out of him, but I guess not. But I wanted Howie Kendrick. I was really intrigued by him because he's only on $3 million, I think, for the next 2 or 3 years. And that's not really an unaffordable contract, so I'm completely okay with that. And then the last one I made was just this JT Riddle guy. He's a guy who I don't think will ever make it to the bigs as a player. And so I traded him for a guy that has a lot of potential. And before I get into anything else, one thing I do is I always have my AI set up my league. Especially, I just have them run it for me. I'm sorry if you can hear that. It just started pouring outside as well. And see, now he's up in AA instead of rookie ball. My farm system's looking more replenished. There is a lot of 2-star potential guys, which is good. I have guys with some potential, but if you look, we're missing those guys with 4-star and 5-star potential. Dansby Swanson, I hope he develops. I don't know why he's struggling so much. He struggles against right-handed pitchers more than he does left-handed pitchers. My goodness, it's starting to pour. But yeah, that's what's happened right now with our team. And today is draft day. We are going through our first-year player draft. We have the 13th overall pick, which sucks because we got rid of the people that gave us that 13th overall pick, and I don't think the Miami Marlins need the 13th overall pick. I think they need the 1st through 4th pick to even have a chance to make it big in the next few years. Oh, this is going to be an awful couple of years. Now, looking through this and after doing a lot of these saves, it seems that I'll end up getting one of these catchers or wow. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting one of these catchers or maybe Xavier Edwards. I do like building catchers, shortstops, and center fielders because those all seem to be players that can go and eventually play other positions. But yeah, let's just auto draft until I can pick. All right, it seems like this catcher's the only guy I should be getting. Yeah, definitely the type of guy I should be getting. Let's see if Zack Susi apparently looks to be a better catcher. No, he does not, so I'm going to go ahead and get you. Oh, he's an impossible guy. Dang, that's not fun. Too bad I'm also looking at batting potential. I need to be looking here. Xavier Edwards, let's look at his splits. He looks like a guy that's just going to get on base a lot. Doesn't have... I don't like those spreads. Another impossible guy. Limited to second base, don't like that. Okay, I want to draft this guy in the second round. I am a guy that doesn't really like drafting. I think I am going to go with Zack Susi. Zack Susi. Man. This was the guy, right? Yeah, he looks like he's going to have decent stuff and potential. Um, he's coming out of high school. Oh, he's an impossible signing too? Let's look at this guy. Oh, I like this guy a lot better, but he has a lot more. His stuff should develop. His movement doesn't have far to develop. His control should develop. His fastball should develop. And his curveball and changeup should be plus pitches. So even if this guy doesn't make it, he could still be a bullpen guy. But let's see who he recommends. Owen Miller, the shortstop guy. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think I'm going to go with the Braxton Cotton Game. Got Braxton Cotton Game. And now, where's Owen Miller? He is gone. Let's look. Trevor, just a home run guy. Austin Dennis seems to be a well-rounded guy. Can play all the outfield positions. Not a bad guy to go and get. Let's look at this guy. Control will be the only thing. As a reliever, I don't like that. Ground ball hitter, not. I don't like drafting ground ball hitters if you can't tell. Who was the guy I wanted to get? It was Austin Dennis, right? Ground ball hitter. What I want to do really quick is I want to look at all pitchers, or no, I want to look at. I want to look at all batters, and I want to look at pitching potential. Okay, this guy actually looks to have. I like this guy's stuff, though. I really like this guy. If I can hold out one more. I'm just going to see if I can get all... Okay, I'm going to draft him now. Now I'm going to see all pitchers. I mean, some of these guys have pretty decent pitching potentials as well. But I want to see their batting potential. I want to see if anyone... That actually looks like... A shortstop? This guy's will be a shortstop? Yeah. Who was that? Derek Cherry? Yeah, you're getting drafted. And this guy also looks pretty decent as an outfielder. As a pitcher as well. Aaron Fletcher. Oh, Aaron Fletcher. I went to high school and faced this guy all the time. He's a left-handed guy, yeah. He could chunk. I think 92 to 94 is not exactly correct. I'm going to go ahead and draft him just because I know him. And then I'm going to draft the Matthew Dickey guy as well. And then I think I'm going to call it a day. Actually, this guy's... No, that guy's not good. Alright, we're going to call it a day. But yeah, Aaron Fletcher, he was a guy that pitched in my division. I remember my last district baseball game whenever I was pitching. It ended up being me and him going at it. He pitched the entire game. Back in high school, I was a reliever. Not because I couldn't start, but because at the beginning of the year, my ERA was ridiculous. So once I got my control down, he put me in the bullpen. My coach did, and through district, and I think through it was 42 innings, I had a 0.63 ERA. I gave up 2 earned runs the entire year, and I was lights out. I was a really good pitcher, and to go up against him, he was regarded as a future top 5 draft pick at one point. He went to the University of Houston on a scholarship, which was crazy. And yeah, I was chosen to go toe-to-toe with him, and I did. It was one of the lowest scoring, longest games I've ever been a part of. The final score was 2-3. I gave up a bloop single, which, because my outfielder misplayed, got a guy in from first to home. So, just one of those unfortunate things. It happens, whatever. Let's take another look here. Nothing crazy. I'm okay with leaving all of these guys behind. I want Brad Peacock. What? I traded him. I swear I traded. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm trading him. Okay, you guys are gonna see me make a player trade. Let's see who has a lot of money. Astros have a lot of money. Let's see who I can hit. Let's go for Jake Marisnick, because I know he's a guy that they want to get rid of. Houston cannot afford the funds of the player. I will take anyone you want to give. Oh, they got rid of. Oh, that sucks. Let's check their disabled list. Justin Verlander. No, I don't want him. See, Charlie Morton. I'll actually take a Justin Verlander. I would take a Justin Verlander. I know I'm going to have to get rid of a lot here. Probably going to have to get rid of JT Realmuto in this one. And probably Drew Steckenrider. All right. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get a trade for YN Chen. All right, guys, I am back, and my goodness, did that take a while. We'll go ahead and take a look at the trade that I made, and it was with the Houston Astros. I had to retain 25% of the salary, which isn't exactly the worst. I retained 25% of the salary, had to give up JT Realmuto and Drew Steckenrider, and a guy I think I just recently drafted, Dakota Bennett. He might have been one of the guys. No. Dang, he actually had a good potential. Oh well. I got rid of my salary cap, which was my most important thing that I needed to take care of this year. I got Tyler White, which will be a good stand-in for whenever I do trade Justin Bour. I have David Paulino. He's going to be a guy that is going to have really good potential once he gets his changeup and curveball developed. Also, I got Jake Marisnick, which he sucks. He's a great defensive outfielder. In this game, it doesn't like him. He has some pop in his bat, but other than that, he's not really that good. And Tony Sipp, yeah, this guy, he's gone after the year. You don't have to worry about it. Actually, one thing I am going to do right now is go to my waivers and designate for assignment. Let me see my lineups. I am missing. Oh shoot! I gotta get a catcher, but I think I have a catcher that I could call up. Okay, I should call up a catcher, obviously. Let's see. Do I have a catcher? Yep, I got Brian Holiday. And I need to call up a reliever. I mean, I might as well get use out of them. And these guys, they're all going to have to get placed on secondary roster and demote. Place there. And actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see if I can get anything for Cameron Maybin. Because if I can get even a lowly anything, I will get rid of him. He's not a guy who I want to build around in the future. He's a Band-Aid. And now I have another Band-Aid to replace him that's going to be cheaper. And one that I might... Ooh, some of these are interesting. They're very expensive. See, Brandon Mauro is a guy who I would not mind getting. Drew Smiley is actually a guy I wouldn't mind getting as well. But the fact is that I'm going to have to sit there and wait for them. Nothing too big. Philadelphia's interested. How's his ratings looking? He's looking like he's gonna... This is a guy I want to take a chance on. That is a guy I want to take a chance on. Zach Effin? Yeah, no. It was Jake Thompson. Definitely a guy I want to take a chance on. Because if he can even develop into half the player that he says he's going to be, I will gladly take it. Now, let's also just take a look at some prospects. I wouldn't mind also getting you. What is it going to take to get you? They're not willing to sell. I see why. He looks like he's going to be a good little player. Nick Williams. Play center or right, or I'll see if I could pick him up for something. I will trade Preston Tucker away in a heartbeat for Nick Williams. Complete that trade. Awesome. Okay, so let's go to our waivers designated for assignment. I'm going to bring up both Jake Marisnick and Nick Williams. Let's look at our lineups. Yep. Actions. Let's update all lineups. So the Tomas Talis is going to be our starting catcher. He doesn't look too bad. He's going to avoid strikeouts and he's just going to get on base. How's his average looking? It's looking pretty good. He'll hit an occasional home run, but he'll be all right for a stand-in. I do plan on getting rid of Justin Bohr. Howie Kendrick is our everyday second baseman, which probably fits him best. So I'm going to go ahead and set his position for second base, just so he can refresh his ratings. Yeah, I don't care about that. J.D. Davis was a great guy to pick up. He's doing all right this year. Martin Prado's getting an occasional hit in. That's fine. Garrett Cooper is looking to be our outfield replacement. Fine with me. Jake Marisnick in center. Nick Williams. Yeah, I think we have a pretty decent core to go on a little bit of a run here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to simulate just till the international free agent signings. And that's where I'll probably call it an episode after we kind of just look at them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. And we're back. I made it all the way to the international free agent signing, but in true Miami Marlins fire sale style, we have traded away a good portion of our team. This one's going to be an interesting one because there's a guy I didn't exactly want to get rid of. Not sure if I showed you all that one. All right, so let's get into this one. All right, so we received Dominic Smith, which look at this guy. This guy is looking fantastic. And Gavin Chechny, which will be a guy who's going to work up in the minor leagues. He's going to be a guy that's going to come up. And just in case if Dansby Swanson doesn't work out, this is our Dansby Swanson replacement. But I had to get rid of the kitchen sink for him. I got rid of Justin Bohr, basically the guy Dominic Smith is replacing. Lewis Brinson, because I felt like this guy was going to be a flop. Of course, he's hitting a lot of homers this year. He's having a great year. And I wanted to trade him for a guy that's going to do more production than both of these guys and be cheaper in the long run. And then I gave away a couple of throw-in pieces with Brock Stewart, Devin Watson, Edward Cabrera, all not really being guys that I really want to keep around. So, at the end of the day, I made a lot of trades, and it looks all right. Well, I want to jump into our international amateurs, see what guys we got this year. Nothing really huge. It looks like, if I'm being honest, this guy is the best guy. And then what about... I don't think we have any... Yeah, we don't really have any pitchers. So I think I'm going to offer this guy a contract, and that will be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you like or dislike any of the moves that I'm making. Please let me know how I'm doing. This is going to be a rebuild and a half, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe so you can keep notified of whenever I go live with my videos. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.